Hey guys, it's Marshall Tingle coming to you on behalf of Paris Stockyards this morning with an urgent call to action. We've had an issue brought to our attention over the past few weeks, and we just want to keep all of our producers and customers both here across the state of Kentucky and nationwide about what's going on, and we need your help to resolve this. So, if some of you all know about this, many of you might not. Let's keep everybody in the loop. So, as of the last week there at the Kentucky Cattlemen's Convention, they made some revisions to your EID Act. Your Cattle Health and Wellbeing Policy Committee made these revisions, and they're pretty much mandating your EID tags in cattle starting in 2024 with a completion goal of 2026, guys. 2024 is right now. 2026 is just right around the corner, and these are some big changes. So as of 2024, they want EID tags in all of your show cattle, your exhibition cattle, rodeo stock, and more importantly, all cattle 18 months of age and older breeding stock. These tags are going to be required for interstate travel, and they're keeping your records. Now, here's the part that gets us. There's some clauses in this to work within a framework to accommodate all classes of cattle and allow separate rulemaking for process for cattle under 18 months of age. So your feeder cattle too. With maintained and to maintain data integrity throughout the system, including retagging, retirement tags, and harvest. So this is pretty much saying we're wanting tags in all these cattle, starting with your breeding cattle in 2024, and by 2026, we want EID tags in pretty much everything. Now, what kind of effect is this going to have on us? It's just an EID tag. Well, it's a whole lot more than that. So they started this program back a few years ago with your Holstein cattle, and it had a huge impact on that market and the industry as a whole. And if we're not careful, it's going to trickle into our beef industry as well. It's really slowed down your transaction of your Holstein cattle, your dairy cross cattle, and your stockyards environments, and it's just about obsolete now as far as your trade to the yards. Now, what is this going to do as far as your producer, your cow-calf producers right here in the state of Kentucky? Well, it's going to have a whole lot more cost, traceability back, and a lot more issues to use. So they're doing all this in the cause of disease traceability, which we understand. If there was ever a case of hoof and mouth disease, they want it so they can wand that calf or cow and take it right back to the producer it came from. Well, guys, I don't want to brag and I don't want to sound over cocky about this, but the current systems that we have as far as your animal disease traceability are pretty daggone good right now. You can have an issue with an animal, you can come back to our clerking system here in the stockyards and all the stockyards across the state of Kentucky in just a matter of minutes. We can tell you exactly where that animal came from, who the producer was, and all that. These current EID tags, we want that animal tagged to your ID location, your farm ID location, producer ID location, and pretty much they know everything going on about you right now with your animal and your livestock in that situation. Now, what's it going to cost our producers? Well, it's going to cost you time to actually have to put these tags in. It's going to cost you the cost of the tag. It's going to cost you the extra shrink of these cattle because these cattle are going to have these ID tags in them before we can market them. So if you're not able to put them in your facility, which a lot of our producers are not able to do, you think about your average age of a producer, it's starting to get on up there in the state of Kentucky. So it's going to cost you the extra time and money and shrink to get those cattle tagged here in the state of Kentucky before we can even get them marketed right here in the barn. So consider all that. Call Kentucky Cattlemen's Association. Check out their rules about this, guys. Call them and tell them you want to say no to the EID revisions to their act. Call them at 859-278-0899. Get on that, guys, because they're fixing to vote on that next week in Orlando at the NCBA conference. So get on top of it. If you have any questions about it, feel free to call the guys here at the Stockyards. Reach out to us here on Facebook, but call Kentucky Cattlemen's Association and tell them no to the EID tag revisions. Their phone number again is 859-278-0899. Thank you so much. Let's have a great sale day. Get on those phones.